during HR. Great. So has been part of my profile, and today I'm here to help out students out, who's in the market, looking out for the opportunities, looking out for the jobs. Now, I will take you through a couple of strategies which will help you in job search. Could be your LinkedIn profile marketing, or could be LinkedIn profile building it up, resume makeover. I mean, this whole session is all going to be about how to crack your interviews. So I will encourage each of you, whenever there is a question, please raise your hand, or you can leave your question in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and ask the question.
Swapna, 1 minute. Just
Hmm.
sorry to interrupt you. People who are there in the webinar, see, this is a question and answer session. Okay, so let's have an interactive session wherein you can ask Swapna as many questions you want. She will be also showing you some of the slides, which is very much interesting and also very much important for all of us. Along with that, you can also ask any questions you have. Okay, so we don't want this webinar to be something like a one-sider. So we want this to be like very interactive, and this webinar has been organized and arranged so that all of your doubts on jobs, career growth, and placement will be cleared. Right, Swapna?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Great.
Swapna, you can continue.
Sure. Thanks. So we will take this forward. I'm sure everybody has a lot of questions around. I mean, I keep hearing this. Hello?
Go ahead, Swapna. You keep go ahead. You keep going. Keep.
I can hear an echo sound. Okay. I request everybody to be on mute, please. Okay, great. So, okay, you can see my first slide, ever first slide. These are the main questions that I keep coming across my way. The very first thing is how to stay active on your job search. Many of the times that happens, a lot of job searchers, including me, if I were to tell about my younger generation, I used to always be active on job portals by doing nothing. When I say by doing nothing, because I didn't go how to search for the opportunities, or the right opportunities, or the appropriate opportunities. Now it is immeasurably important that we need to look for something that makes our presence valuable for the organization, as well as valuable for the recruiters. Now let's how can we look at those you know important pointers in terms of job strategies. um, I don't know whether you have heard this strategy of spending 80% of your time on job searching online and focusing 20% on connecting with people and networking. As I said, for my younger generation, uh, we didn't know how to go about it, and we just kept Googling, we just kept looking for the opportunities online, going here and there, trying to spend most of the time looking for the keywords. But here, I think things have changed drastically. We need to understand that it is not like searching for an online. It's not like we are going to spend a lot of amount of time, because how much ever search that you put as keywords is the same results that's going to come up. So always understand, spend your time wisely. Opportunities are available, opportunities are online, but then how do you even connect with people is more important. Now, when I say 80-20 rule, 80 is all about networking with your connections, staying organized and visible in your field.
ಸರಿ ತಿಂತೀನಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಮಂಡೇ ಏನಾದ್ರು ತಂದ್ಬಿಡು ಚಿಕನ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಟ್ಯೂಸ್ಡೇ
Swapna, 1 minute. 1 minute.
Yeah, yeah.
1 minute.
ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಅಂದೆ ಕಾಮಿಡಿ ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡು. ಹಾ, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಡೇ ಯಾರ್ದು?
Yeah, you can continue now. Swapna, you can continue now.
Okay, great. I'm sorry, I think I was on mute. All right. So staying organized and being visible in your field is important. Now we all have Monster, Naukri, LinkedIn, Indeed, IM Jobs. I mean, ask me, there are so many tools in the market which automatically puts you on their platform to notify what are the opportunities that are available. I'm talking about how to spend your time wisely online instead of getting lost in the whole, website. And this will also help you saving a lot of time and keeps you update on the latest opportunities that are available in the market. Secondly, you should make sure that your presence, you should establish your presence as an expert in your field. Now, a lot of people must have done some courses. Don't put your course just because you have done it. You need to also exhibit that skills in your way to make sure that you're present as an expert, not like another candidate who's just done another course and is just got a certification. For which, what you need to do, make sure you write some blogs. Now everybody, I mean, these days everybody, for smallest to smallest reviews, smallest to smallest things, people start looking for blogs, and it's a very huge industry. Now, to make yourself present as an expert, start writing blogs, start speaking at conferences, join some professional associations. I mean, this is all to do to increase your visibility to the recruiters, because as an HR who's been in the market or has been in the industry for more than 15 years, if I don't find any likely or somebody who fits into the role that I was looking for, I on the website, I start automatically going on to Quora or any other tools which will help me finding out the candidates. It can be Quora, it can be smallest to smallest technical blogs or DevOps blogs or QA blogs, any blogs which is interesting for me. Now, third thing, keep a track of your contacts. Lot of time it happens, people apply for numerous jobs, and I don't know why they apply for numerous jobs. If they do apply, where is the track? Today I've applied for 10 different companies, and tomorrow I did not hear anything from them, and I lose a track of it. I lose interest on that. But I need to also maintain some sort of a contact to what you call encourage my professional network to give me some references, give me some future opportunities. So today you apply for 10 jobs and you have not heard anything, take an Excel sheet, put all your 10 companies that you have applied, could be through any of the job portals. You you take what you call stock of things, what has happened in the last 2 days in case there was no responses. So that gives you an opportunity that where you're falling back. Either you're falling back because the technology, what they're looking for, what you've applied is not something relevant, or it could be that your profile is not appealing to the organization. It can be that your profile is not showing up in the ATS, because I think the keywords that are important for their technology that you must have done some courses, or you must have covered it in your BTech or any other courses, but then still it is not coming up. Remember to make sure that you put those keywords, you make sure that whatever that you have learned, it is certainly there on your resume. Now, within the network, the key component that we miss are friends and family. Like today we are, today I don't go back to my family and ask somebody to refer me. I don't know why I would do that, because this is out of shyness or probably it is out of ego. But then I will say, keep your options wide open. Ask your friends, ask your family to provide some sort of valuable connections during your job search. Do not leave any smallest to smallest support that could lead to a great opportunity. Could be your search engines, could be your profile, a resume, could be your job opportunities where somebody can refer you through mutual connections, or could be your family and friends. Now you need to set up an ecosystem where you could look at the numerous opportunities. As I said, 10 jobs that you applied, you did not hear. So you need to roll into something which can give you an opportunity. Tapping by the market, getting into the valuable connection that you already have. Given now it is all social presence, given you have got so many tools, given there's like huge humongous network that we have on the systems, it is easy for you to navigate through your own success. Now I'll give you a small tip here. Now, how do you set up your job search engines or job search agents, whichever word that you want to pick it up? The biggest tip that I will give you, first start your search by checking out the websites of the organization that interests you. I'll give you an example. Today, Infosys is the company that I would love to work. Today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, 1 year down the line, or whatever. Now, most of the Infosys opportunities, if I know with my knowledge, not all the jobs are listed on job portals. So what happens? So Infosys has a mechanism where it starts from internal job references. Second, they list their jobs only on their websites. How many of you are actually listing down the top 100, top 200 organizations and tapping into their website to know what opportunities are available? I bet nobody does this. I understand completely the job search journey is very tiring but then enjoy it to yield good results out of it. The best tip that I can give you at this point in time, please tap into their website, list down the 100 companies. I mean, you go on to Google and type the best 100 organization. Within India itself, you'll get a big list. Go to an Excel sheet, copy that 100 organizations, and I will bet 90% of their job opportunities which are listed on their career website within the organization are not on LinkedIn or Naukri or Monster, anywhere else. Because the kind of volume that they have, most of it is generated through their own networking, the employee references. So what am I doing as a person who's looking for the opportunities? I'm only going on online, right? 80% I'm on Google searching for some job opportunities, and I'm cracking down that nothing is coming on my way. But then I think you need to mold yourself according to what is hidden and how do you tap that hidden market. Remember, make a note of it, go on to the Google, check for top 100, 200 organizations, make a list of it, then go to another tab. Now, what is another tab for you to look for? Very first thing, make a connection. I am sure out of your alumni, out of your 100 friends, out of your 100 alumni people who must have passed in 2022-23, or your training and placements officer, they are the best people to refer you in that organizations. Because most of the organization come for campus interviews. Unfortunately, they would have not made it this year because of various reasons. So why is it people aren't even looking at those kind of an opportunities? It's just because we are not able to navigate through sources. Look for LinkedIn is the best place to make good connections and mutual connections. I request everybody on this webinar today, please go on to your LinkedIn and start working on your LinkedIn profile. Let me ask you this question. How many people have got a LinkedIn profile which is appealing? The reason why the research says the first 10 to 15 seconds is the only time span or the eye span for any HR to shortlist your profile. Can you believe me that? I don't think so. Nobody will believe me on this. So start working on LinkedIn profile or your document that goes on Naukri, Monster, or any other job portals. Increase your chances by getting noticed by recruiters. Now, how do you do it? It's simple. How do you do it? It's very, very simple. Everybody knows, you want to make sure you put your education background that you come from, where do you stay, how open you are. But have you ever thought about the internship projects that you have done and how have you solved a problem for an organization? I've not seen resumes which are appealing about internship opportunities. They just write, I've done my internship with so-and-so company. 2 lines about, say, HR project, done and dusted. But what am I looking as a corporate HR, as an HR who's looking to hire people? I'm looking at somebody who's done an internship for a month or two, or a project a month or two, or a course which talks about simple stuff. One, what have they done? The contribution, what were they able to solve, and how the organization has been benefited. And I bet on this webinar, nobody would have wrote that kind of for a CV. I'm not interested what education you come from. I'm not interested where do you stay. I'm not interested the 3 pages of resume that you're drafting and sending across to me. I'm only interested the kind of a small contribution during your college that you have done, which had impacted the project and which has yielded some sort of results. And that shows the kind of an approach that you have in solving a problem which can benefit to my organization. Isn't it simple? Like extremely simple. Work on your resume, work on that pattern. Now, how do you make your online profile work for you? Now we know that, a couple of pointers. Talk about your projects extensively. Talk about technologies that you are well versed with. Talk about your contribution that had impacted organization, which in turn gave a big results. Now you have done everything, 1 pager, 2 pager, and extensively, and you're very confident about how you have done it. But how do you make your profile work for you? Now, there is another tip that I'm going to give you. Always look to expand your job search beyond LinkedIn. Can anyone tell me, apart from LinkedIn, Monster, Naukri, where all we have tools that everybody are searching for job opportunities? I mean, anybody can put it up in the chat. I don't have a problem. Other than LinkedIn. Which company website? Raj says some company websites. Okay, how do I unmute Adi? Okay, Indeed, Wells Fargo, what else? Where all are you looking to achieve Naukri?
People, you can unmute now. You can unmute and you can speak. People, you can unmute and you can speak.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sapna, this is Raghu. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
The thing, your question was, apart from this job searching platforms or LinkedIn, where all can we find the?
Yeah. Have you all able to find opportunities and successfully landed in the organization?
As of
yeah,
least.
somebody said Naukri, somebody said Indeed and Wells Fargo. Okay, I've got only 3 of them, which is Indeed. Wells Fargo isn't a search portal, Meghana. Is that correct?
What? Can you please pardon
No,
me?
Meghna, you said Wells Fargo is a job portal. Is that a job portal? I don't think so. It's a job portal.
No, I said you said when you search for jobs. No, I said it's a website. No, company.
Okay, great. So
So
Ranjit
that's
says
like that. I
referral from.
said.
That's okay. That's okay. So Ranjit says referral from friends and
Yeah.
colleagues. Okay, great. So if I tell you today that you can look for opportunities beyond LinkedIn, beyond Naukri, beyond Indeed. Another tool called Zing.com. I'm gonna send this to everybody. It's called zing.com. If I tell you, you can look for opportunities on tweeted.com, does this excite? Well,
Yeah.
zing.com is like a European-based platform, but it is very good for networking. So lately, I have seen my fellow colleagues who are going on to zing.com looking for people. Can you believe that? Though it's a networking platform. Have you ever heard tweeted.com is a microblogging site where you can establish yourself as an expert by tweeting? And as an HR, we are very much active on Twitter. Wherever, somebody says hashtag innovation, hashtag technology, I think more than anybody else, HR gets excited to be on that. So here is the point that I wanted to, talk about. I want you all to go beyond your scope. Think in a larger perspective. Think from an HR shoe perspective, from an organization, that where all we would like to look for the candidates, where all we are looking for the candidates. See, Naukri, every day 25,000 profiles comes in, and if I were to tell you, not even 1% is relevant for us. Because it's same monotonous resume, same monotonous what you call the 2-pager, 3-pager script that comes in, and we are certainly not excited to even look at one single resume. So expand your horizon. I go on zing.com to look for people who are networking, because I know people write blogs. I know people try to do some consulting for, like today we are into consulting because we know we want to give back to the community. There are a lot of people who do it. So don't just limit yourself to one platform. Explore your options, expand your job search research. Now, today, I found these two to be very effective, at least for my industry, like IT industry. Now, there'll be tomorrow something else, day after tomorrow something else. So way different where HR folks are present. Now, importantly, to create an effective profile, there are very 5 basic strategies. One, can anybody say? Can anybody comment on this? To make an effective profile, what you all think that you should follow as a basic thing?
Projects.
Great, I agree with it. Okay. Now, whoever said project, skills, very well. I mean, I'm really able to connect with you all. Internships, great. So always create a summary of your career interest. Now, today you've done a project called data science. Data science is a very niche skill set. Not everybody are geeks in data science. To create an elevator pitch of your career interest. I mean, today you've done data science, but you would not like to go for something else, right? So data science is like a huge, and you want to attract opportunities in data science. It's important that you create a pitch for your career interest. Make memorable statements of unique qualities that you bring to the workforce. You must have done great projects in data science, which has impacted, which you would have made like a memorable statement. And with your thought, with your intelligence, you would have really added a lot of qualities to the workforce. Elevate that as a pitch. Now, today when I type on LinkedIn, I'm looking for data science. I get millions of profiles all across the world. Right. So that what happens out of that, I will my eye span, my time span, my deliverables. I would only have the first 20 minutes to scan through, and whatever comes in the 20 minutes profile or 20 minutes resumes, I will just scan through and then try to contact those people. As a second strategy to create an effective profile, work in a way or make your profile in a way which is keyword driven. In data science, can you all tell me what could be the niche work that happens? I will tell you, I will just give you one liner of resume that you could make it right away, or could be any technology. You all can type or you all can tell me. Okay, how many people have done any courses in technology? Any course who could quote? Because I'll tell you live how to make your resume appealing. Power BI. Meghna, in Power BI, what is the niche skill set in Power BI, which is difficult to learn in your module and you're geek at it? Extended JavaScript, data visualization. Now, very simple. I'll just give you one liner. Make your profile keyword rich. I will tell you why. When we get job descriptions with our managers, data modeling is one of the key skill set people look for. Now, how do you do that? I have executed a project based on data modeling as a key driver. Tell me, where does your profile don't pop up in case if I'm looking specifically for data modeling? I could be wrong on the technology to comment here, but I've just done it a random text here. So don't you think this will just come up on my 20 minutes of profiles that I will be start speaking to? That's your second strategy. Now, beyond this, when we are trying to narrow the pool of candidates, right, by specific and unique keywords, if it is not found, to again, just make that statement and close it on. Please include those keywords. Otherwise, your profile will never be found on any website. Because if you're relying highly on online. Now, blogging and using network sites. How many people blog here? How many people write blogs? Say +1 for me. Nobody writes blogs. Could be in your own languages. Okay. Start writing blogs on the technology that you're from, or you could be from an MBA, you could be from graduation, but start writing blogs, because this is the way that you exhibit your talent and skills to establish yourself in the industry. A lot of, you can go and see my LinkedIn profile. We keep writing a lot of content that brings in not only the new projects for me, but then also the ideation behind my thought process, bringing it into a realistic pattern. How many of you all do volunteering and hosting workshops? Nobody does volunteering in any way, like teaching kids or giving back to the community. I'll tell you the reason why I've asked this question. In their own way. Somebody was saying something.
Yeah, this is Raghu. Yeah, I do the CSR, corporate social responsibility. Yeah.
Okay, great, Raghu. How much network have you developed?
Should I tell you numbers? Like, yeah, many. Yeah, because I work on.
And out of those many, how many people were, in case if you were looking for the opportunities, or if you were looking for some technical advancements in your career, how many people were you able to talk to who were relevant from your industry?
Like 4, I believe, 4 of.
So isn't it worth hosting or volunteering for workshops?
Yeah, it
Other
works.
than just being online?
Yeah, it works.
Okay, that's the point that I was bringing. As rightly Raghu said, he was part of the CSR activities. And then, I'm sure by his way of communication, his way of approach, he would have developed a great network who could in turn be your friends, who could help you in finding opportunities, or, sharing some technical advancement in the careers. Guys, I'm all telling you beyond being online, because we are not tapping into hidden markets. As I said, your online job postings only come in when 80% of the roles are already filled. That 20% of the roles are coming out in the way of job postings. You got to tap into that 80% of the opportunities before even it comes mostly on the portals.
Mhm.
Now, how many of you are on LinkedIn other than Naukri Monster? You can say +1 for my knowledge on the chat box. So do I understand nobody is on LinkedIn? Okay, great. I see some +1s coming. Now, for the people who are not on LinkedIn, you're losing a great deal of getting opportunities. Okay, I see a lot of people are not on LinkedIn. I would request everybody to go start working on your LinkedIn profile. Now, how does this LinkedIn help you? One thing, whatever contacts that you're making through LinkedIn, they're really valuable resources when it comes for job searching. The mutual connections, the networks, the kind of a HR who's hiring for that particular job, everything is listed on LinkedIn. And in case if somebody is not on LinkedIn, then very obviously you're losing a great deal of it. I'll give you one example. When I was searching for the opportunities early in my career, I never had people to refer me. I didn't know how to go about it. All that I did is Naukri. All that I did is just applying online. Then later I've learned LinkedIn is one of the tool which can help me in getting opportunities. Initially, I didn't know how to go about it, but as and when I spent 3 to 4 months of time, I was able to crack the opportunity in through LinkedIn mutual connection reference, not even a direct connection, a mutual reference who had introduced me to that particular company, the particular recruiter who was hiring for that opportunities. What if I would have not been on that platform, and then I would have really lost a great deal? Okay, great. I see some people saying that they're on LinkedIn, but leverage it. Leverage your existing contacts. Never, don't leave. If you're present, I strongly believe if you're on one platform, if you're not adding any value to that platform, don't be on it. Don't be on, say, volunteering platform by not, don't be just for the sake of being there and you want to put it on the profile by not adding any value to it. So if something comes on your way and if you're there on the platform, make sure that you're adding some value to that particular platform in your own way. So I'll take a quick pause. Any questions here? I would love to know if there are any questions till whatever I've said.
I have one question.
Please.
I'm already working. I have heard about blogs and I read blogs. And my HR also insisted on you will have to write lots of blogs. You should get used to it and all. How do I start about it? Like I could not write a blog. I'm just struggling to come to write a blog, but I'm stuck there.
Okay. What's your name? Sorry, I missed your name.
Rajalakshmi Ravi Kumar.
Okay, Rajalakshmi, what are your subjects that interests you?
The JavaScript.
Okay. And
now it is data science.
great. And what else? On your personal life, what else? This is your professional life. What else on your personal life?
On my personal life, I do cooking.
Okay.
I love to cook.
Mm-hmm.
And driving. I like to drive and go relax and come back. Not
Great.
going, just not for transport, moving somewhere. It's just to relax. I just go for driving and come back.
Okay, great. So if I tell you that, to begin writing or content creation, it is slightly a struggle. But when you write something of your love, passion for cooking, it becomes easy for you to start. Isn't it easy to write recipes
Yes, it is easy.
comparatively to JavaScript at this point in time?
Yes, it is easy to
Okay.
write recipe for you.
Go ahead and write it.
Okay.
Your blog, you need to have what is the intention and purpose of your blog. Are you going to add value through your technology, what you call education awareness, or is it just fun that you want to make your blogging, or you want to contribute to the society in a different way. Can be talking about women causes, child support, and all of that. But when you start blogging, right, pick up the smallest topics that you could get started. Don't copy paste, don't use AI written tools, don't use any of grammar correction tools. Write it on your own. Write 2 lines, that is enough. So when I
Okay.
started writing, every like 1 line I used to doubt ki whether this is good, will it go well, people will look at it, and all of that. So I started with small topics, like a topic which can be about women, how women dress, why women like to dress, all of that, because this is part of me, right?
Yes.
And I've never thought about broken English. I've never thought about grammar. I don't copy paste from anywhere else. I mean, initially, I never used to like it. But then, as in when I saw people started talking to me on those lines, I started becoming more confident to write more subjects.
Okay.
Okay, don't think it's a starting problem. Write something of your love, something of your love that you enjoy, putting that up on the notes. I mean, I'm sure cooking and driving is something that could really write a lot.
Okay.
Great. Did I answer you?
Yes, definitely.
Superb. Any other questions? Okay, I take this silence as no, but yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to interrupt me. So we have covered job search strategies, which is growing organizations, best place to work in India. As I said that, look for 100 top companies. Put that up on your list. I'm going to sign off this page with this. Put that up on your Excel sheet. Go and see on their career site what job opportunities are listed, and mark it in your Excel sheet. Guys, don't do anything without making any notes. You'll get lost. Imagine out of 100 companies, if 10% of the organizations are hiring and those 10% are not on the online job portals, then you have already cracked your job. Make a note, follow it up. Make sure that you are answering every questionnaire that they have while filling up for the job. Ignite your alumni, your recruiters, the companies. So this is this is like a hidden market that nobody tells you, especially on the job search. Don't do anything randomly. If you're going to do randomly, okay, chalo, today I will search for 10 companies. I've applied. I will sleep through night. Tomorrow morning, no responses. And you don't know how to go about being no responses. So moving on to the second slide, interview techniques. How many of you all prepare yourself before even going for an interview? I bet most of you will not be able to prepare, or you're so nervous, or you're so not much interested to speak, and you want to do a random stunt in front of the hiring managers or the recruiters. So don't do it. Now, always make sure when you're going for an interview, you prepare yourself. What company that you're applying for, what position that you're applying for. Example, a recruiter position. A recruiter needs to have a great amount of knowledge on job portals, hiring strategies. Naturally, they should be good in communication because they'll be talking to a lot of hiring managers. They should have good convincing skills. Now, when the job description is right in front of you, you're not ready to prepare in speaking points, like what value that you would add, versus the job description, what else that you bring onto the table. Nobody does it. As I said, the reason why it could be that you might have been prepared, but you could be nervous, or it could be that you want to do a spontaneous stunt and you fail miserably. Now, people make a very hard effort to fake their experience, to fake their studies, to fake their courses, to fake it so much that, you know, as an HR, we know immediately in the very first 5 minutes that you're not making any sense to us. Either you would have mugged up so much that you're just in that flow, or you know, you would have heard from another friend that, see, look, they will ask you, these are 2-3 questions, you prepare and come, your interview will go good. And most of the folks that I've seen who gets rejected are on these bases. Now, when I say sell yourself naturally, whatever you are, whoever you are, don't keep in the mind that, you know, I have to make a hard impression. You don't need to make a hard impression. You make an impression, that's more than enough. Be yourself. You don't need to put in so much of effort that, you know, I have to look, you know, or look at you just only for hiring. Talk about your achievements. Be yourself. Don't blabber something that you do not know. If I ask you a question like, are you aware about, say, an example, politics, which is like a very, very sensitive topic. You need to know how you can navigate through that, and then, you know, just make sure that you are not much talking about it. So you need to be aware how you can be naturally yourself. Talk about it naturally. Now, I always emphasize this point that please practice mirror exercises before going to sleep, after waking up, or before going for an interview. I've done this early on my career and I still practice. While I give this webinar, I would have practiced like 1 or twice in the mirror, and I came here confidently giving you this presentation. I'll tell you why. When you make a you know, practice using a mirror, right, it shows the reflection of your own image, how confident you are, whether you're making any sense. See, I'll tell you, right, there is a saying in Telugu. I don't know how many people you speak, but I will still translate it. The best person who could judge you is the mirror, you know, more than anybody else. So if you don't practice while, you know, looking into the mirror, looking into your image, I don't think so you can be talking to anybody else who's in the opposite side. When you wake up, when you have an interview, when you have what you call something to come up as a good presentation, or, you know, you're going for a public speaking, you're going for some sort of a competition, please do this 5 minutes of exercise of what have you learned, what are you going for, which company that you're going for, how much knowledge that you have acquired. Anticipate some questions which could not be something that you could handle, but how naturally you can navigate through that. So if you don't practice, you know, practicing is the best exercise for everybody. If you don't practice, then, you know, this all offering should be like a naturally gifted by God then. So early on, I've done a lot of practicing. Now, body language. Some gestures, some postures are important, but don't overthink about it. As long as, you know, you're not pressing your fist. When I say pressing your fist, you're not pressing your fingers or not pointing your single fingers to somebody else. I don't think so that will create a problem, but do not show your any kind of lack of confidence by doing some gestures which are, you know, pointing towards not being confident. Sit straight, take a deep breath, do a deep breath exercise. I don't know how many people you all do mindfulness activities, but one of the activity is deep breath exercises, which is inhaling, you know, exercises which will help you to pump up your lungs. That will take away a lot of negative toxins out of your body. Some preparation you need, guys. If you don't need, if you're not doing any sort of a preparation and you're just turning up, the opportunity that lined after 200 job searches will go waste. Now, I'll take a pause before moving on. Any questions? I'm sure you would have given some interviews. You all can share some experiences with me where I will make sure that I will add value for you all.
Swapna, I have one question, okay, before you move to this next
Mm,
slide. Yeah.
mm, mm.
This is question on behalf of all my students and some inquiries, or I keep getting a lot of questions regarding this. You
Mm.
were mentioning about the fakes, right? So fake experiences, or
Yes, yes,
yeah, something they'll be faking. Okay, so you gave a good answer saying that HRs will easily come to know regarding this.
yes.
So the question what I'm asking you now is,
Mm,
from so many years, actually, it keeps bugging me. I've
mm.
heard of something about the backdoor entry. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Mm, I know I have spoken to many of them and I've recommended saying that do not go for this backdoor entry. I have told them that it is really bad. What they finally lead to say fooled or cheated. But
Yes.
what is your opinion on this? Because I keep getting inquiries like this, whether you do any backdoor entry and all. We don't entertain that.
Okay.
But still, I want to know. Okay, on
Mm-hmm.
behalf of all my students and people who are there in this webinar, to
Mm.
talk at least about this backdoor entry and how actually it spoils their career.
Career. Yes, that's a good question, Adi. So, I worked in Wipro, which is the biggest IT firm
Yes.
from India,
Mhm.
and I was with them for about a year as a core recruiter who also involved majorly on background verifications.
Yes, very good.
Very importantly, I mean, I was also very struck by this. We've already close to identified close to 27,000 institutes, organizations, small time firms who gives fake experiences.
Yes.
And that 25,000, I mean, in fact, I would have identified more than 400
Mhm.
what you call institute who had done this backdoor, who had given fake experiences,
Mhm.
who had vouched for students without even their experience because they would have taken some money and they promised for jobs.
Yes.
Right? Now, I myself have identified more than 400. Now, how do we do it? There are a lot of methodologies that we follow. So, as an organization, we conduct minimum 7 organizations background verification.
Mhm.
I will not tell you what techniques here because a lot of
No,
people
we
here.
don't want any confidential things to be
Right,
disclosed as an HR. But
right.
why I asked you this question is,
Mm,
as an institute, so we run an institute. So not only me, there are many institutes who
mm,
keep getting these calls. I'll tell you why I actually asked this question is most
mm,
of the people who wanted to attend this webinar, okay, I'm not
mm,
sure whether these people are there.
mm.
Okay, so before I complete this question, how many of you actually wanted to know about this? Okay, people who are there in this particular webinar, can you please message me and tell me that how many actually want to know about this backdoor entry?
So myself, sir, Raghu,
Yeah.
have heard a couple of times.
I just wanted to ask you just in the chat box, just message me, all of you. How many of you actually want to know about this, a bad thing about, which is happening, that is backdoor entry? Just message me so that I'll complete my question with Swapna. Yeah, Raghu. Okay, good, Raghu. Others? Okay, people. So on behalf of you, I'm just asking. So, Sapna, see, especially when the lockdown happened, okay, so many of them actually kept calling me
Mm,
regarding this backdoor entry, and they were asking that, whether you people help us in the project supports
mm,
or in the backdoor entry, okay. My, now I'll tell you, so I'm completely against this and we don't entertain this,
mm, mm,
okay.
mm,
But also, my one thing it always run in my mind is backdoor entry. Okay, I'm not sure whether this is a relevant question in this webinar, but still, I just want to clear this
sure.
because you are the right person to answer and you are HR as well.
Mm,
Without, the company, say there will be a team in the company. Without them, how can this actually happens? Okay, if it's a backdoor entry, they charge a huge amount and
mm,
it actually comes, say for example, now how can they actually offer you with so confidence saying that yes, we'll get you a job without an
mm,
interview or anything, okay. So
mm,
my understanding, okay, I don't know whether it is right or wrong, without the concept of the insiders in a company, this
mm,
cannot happen, Okay.
Very true.
So how actually this system works, the backdoor entry, and how relevant it is, and what is the consequences of these backdoor entry jobs, what people are getting, say the candidate is getting, and what will happen to his career or say her career.
Right. I can give you with good examples. So this
Please.
happened with my roommate.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the name of the organization because it is public, that information is public.
Okay.
She worked for a Bangalore, I mean, she got trained on Java from a Bangalore institute couple of
Mhm.
years back.
Okay.
This institute had taken a huge amount of money promising 100% placement.
Okay.
Now, what they did, they have created a fake certificate
Mhm.
saying that we are an organization. She has worked for 6 months of time, and here is experience letter and everything.
Okay.
Now she took that letter and she started applying for the opportunities, and she got through a company called Oracle, which is on contract.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now this is in no relevance with the people. That is the second example that I'll come. She had gone into contract. She had sustained for almost like 6 months, relying on other people to do her work. But when an actual project came, where it was an individual contribution, they have fired her within a month's time.
Yes.
And what they did, they have deputed background verification people, which is legal team as well as HR professional, to do a verification of this particular institute or so-called organization. They have blacklisted.
Okay.
And this lady was not given any kind of an experience letter, neither no full and final settlement, nothing. And she was blacklisted completely from Oracle systems.
Yes.
Nowhere in the world Oracle can hire this particular lady. She's been blacklisted. At the same time, they found that organization to be fake, and they filed a case against them because it was them who had given the experience letter. Second example, there is a company in Hyderabad. I will not name that company.
Okay.
They have recently hired a person, a cousin of mine,
Mm-hmm.
who had 4 years of experience and 2 years of sabbatical because of a baby. And then she went to this particular institute who were in tied up with that organization. She had paid 3 lakhs to get a backdoor entry.
Mm-hmm.
She got it because the HRs were manipulative.
Okay.
HRs were manipulative. They've taken their commission, they've taken their incentive, and they have got that person.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what that person did initially, 2 months, there was absolutely no work, training, that and this and everything had happened. Third month, when there was a project that she had to deliver along with her on-site team, which was in US, she had broke down because she didn't had knowledge, nothing. And out of that whole frustration, she spilled it out that she had paid 3 lakhs to so and so HR manager, so and so recruiter, so and so organization.
Okay.
There was a cheating case filed against them. And you know what? In written, what had happened? She's been blacklisted from the sister organizations of that company as well as within the network. She's been blacklisted for more than 500 plus organizations in India.
Okay.
And her college degree that she got it, she's been also told to the college management that she had done a cheating case in the organization, which means her certificate, her license is being pulled back.
Mm-hmm.
So immediately there might be not be consequences, but later 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, when it is a time, right, Adi,
Yeah.
we will get to know.
Yes.
And can you imagine that she can never enter into the IT industry?
Yes, that's true actually.
And people who worked in the HR capacity who have taken incentive and commissions, they're out in the public, and we all know who those people are.
Okay.
And we will never, in case if they get hired by any other companies also, when the background checks come in, they can never find a job opportunity in the HR industry.
Yes, that's completely true.
So consequences are very high. So don't go for backdoor.
So
you don't get the job, it's okay.
One more thing for me, I always, it always runs in my mind without the insiders, this cannot happen. Okay.
Yes.
Especially the HRs or the managers or whoever. Okay. I don't know how the system actually works. So for me, I just feel that there are some HRs. Okay. I cannot tell that everyone are like that. There are
Yes.
some HRs who actually, encourage these kind of things just to make money. And
Exactly.
after that, they are not even bothered whether these people stay in the, industry, in the company or not,
Mm.
right? So that's the true thing, right? So because without insiders, it cannot happen.
No, it can't happen. It cannot happen. And if it happens also,
Mhm.
the repercussions are very high.
Okay.
Okay. And they will also be identified eventually. I mean, so
Mhm.
probably today they would have made like 10 lakhs, right? But
Okay.
then 6 months, 8 months, 1 year down the line,
Mhm.
nothing can be put under the carpet. It has to come in
Yes.
some or the other way.
Yes. Right. So thank you so much, Swapna. So to just add to this, people, I know how this actually works. Okay, just wanted an HR to explain you people. Okay, that's why I just asked Swapna on behalf of all of you that the backdoor entry is really a bad, it's very bad thing. Okay, I'll just take 1 minute, Swapna. After that,
Yeah,
you can
sure,
continue.
certainly.
People who are there in the webinar, okay, the intention of bringing Swapna here because I want all of you to get the job, in a very good manner, legally. Okay. So why I just waited for some time and, after a couple of slides, I just took this question is most of the people actually come and ask me saying that, sir, I want the immediate job or, we are ready to pay how much ever we want, but get me a job. People, I'll tell you, the backdoor entry jobs at any point of time is very danger. I'll tell you, the people who get you a job is not in danger. People who actually offer you is not in danger. You are in a danger zone. I'll tell you why. Because the one who actually give offer to you by collecting the money, he will collect the money in the form of cash. Okay, keep this in mind. And once he get the cash, and he'll give you the offer. And if you're going there, and if you are joining that company, within a week, they'll come to know whether you're real or fake. And if they actually fire you, you cannot go and get the money also because you don't have any proof. And I'll tell you, there are so many companies, so many institutes who actually offer these kind of things. Please do not believe. I've seen some people actually coming and saying that, my friend got a job, say, backdoor entry. Now he is actually having some 5 years or something. It's all luck. People, not everyone can survive. 95% of the people have been fired, and I know so many people like that. Okay. One of the students came to my institute. I'll just take one example. I'll not tell that company name. I'll not tell that person name also. He told me that he has given almost 4 lakhs to get a job somewhere, in BTM layout. Okay. So they have offered him, they give an offer letter, everything is given. He went to Manatha Tech Park for one of the companies. When he went there, I'll tell you, the security didn't even allow him to go inside. The reason is there was no company like that at all. Okay. These things will happen. So please do not get cheated. Learn as much as possible, improve your skills, and then try to look for a job. It might take some time, but people, I'll tell you, if you are looking for a job with complete interest, with complete confidence, 100%, I'll tell you, you will get a job. Okay.
Yeah.
You're there with
Agree.
me, all of you?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah,
Thanks for
all of you, please,
sharing.
please do not go in the wrong way. Let it take another month. Okay. And all of you, please message me if you're not getting a job or if you feel that, you need some confidence. I don't know whether I can get you a job 100%, but at least I'll try and see if something can be done. Okay. From our side. Okay. All right. Swapna, thank you for this time. This one thing I actually wanted to tell all my students and people who are there in the webinar. So I just took 1 minute of yours so you can continue. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Adi. All right. Guys, coming back, we've spoken about LinkedIn resume building and LinkedIn makeover, right? Now, what is happening at this point in time with especially HRs, right? We keep interviewing like hundreds of people, but I won't remember until somebody cracks an interview and somebody we offer. And during that journey, right, I will only remember somebody who was a very different person who had his own way to get through the organization, which is storytelling. Now, when I say storytelling, I'm not asking you to give me a glorified movie or something like that. But whatever that you have done, whatever you bring in on your resume, whatever skills that you hold, right? Attach some examples to it, and then you narrate to me in a way that I can, connect with you wholefully, like soulfully. Now, I'll give you an example, a very small example that I will give you. Now, who is the powerful marketing tool other than you? It is only you. When it is about you, it is only you. Now, the power of storytelling is very infectious. Let me tell you this. I will remember, a person who tells me how he has achieved, say, the hiring number, like, hiring people of 100 in the most simplest way with their experiences. But I will not remember somebody who shows me 100 people, how he hired through various different tools or different strategies or anything of that. I will only want to know how he has done. I might, my attention span of grabbing the stories could be only few seconds or could be lasting for few minutes, because I could barely remember any statistics or the numbers. I will remember how he went to achieve this number. Remember this. It is important that you bring in some sort of narration to it. It can be the character, it can be the problem solution, it could be conflict, or it can be conclusion, how you want to narrate it. That's the power of storytelling. I will only remember that one person. Sometimes when we are having a dinner or coffee, I will suddenly remember one person who did, coaching, like very infectious, because he had given me a realistic examples from his own life, like how I and Adi were talking about Backdoor. And I'm sure 110% you will remember this conversation for lifetime, and I'm sure you will talk about this experiences to somebody else. But if I will say that, I found this 27,000 people, some tools, 100 people went on, we digged into it, we digged into that, I don't think so you'll be interested in any of those statistics. You will be only interested what was the framework all about, by understanding few simple things. Now, I will again take a pause here. Any questions, please ask me. No questions? All good?
Once again.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. So the point was narration of the problem solution, right? When we attend an interview, they would be asking us about what is a new kind of experience you have faced in your previous organization, and why are you quitting the organization and want to join my organization? If I proceed with the narration of the problem and the solution, because of this problem, would they ask us back, because of this problem you are coming into my organization, and something like that?
So, if I were to ask you, why did you quit? I mean, we will do a live here. Tell me, why did you quit your previous organization randomly? And I'll tell you how you can narrate this.
No, I'm just going for a job switch from extended JavaScript to data science, Python. There is interest. My interest is varied. When I was doing my job, I came aware of data analytics and data science, and my interest came to data science, and I joined the course.
Okay, so if I were to pick some words through your own mouth, it is a switch in the technology.
Yes.
Okay, simple. You crack it there. Now go back, look into your contribution to the organization. Think about it. Why the organization did not keep you happy? Could be they were not moving on to new technologies, or the projects were very monotonous, and you feel very confident that your experience, your knowledge can be contributed to another organization. Give those examples. Give one project example. Narrate it. Like, simple. I mean, I think you cracked it rightly. Narrate it. Take one project. Tell them that I have contributed immensely for this particular project. And this is again, and when you narrate it, always make sure you bring point where it is shown some sort of a results.
Okay.
Okay, bring back to a point that I can connect as a hiring manager to your results and your enthusiasm for your new skill set.
Enthusiasm to the new skills is always there. That is why we are shifting to new one.
Exactly.
But one thing is showing some result is their contribution on this particular project. What I have contributed to the project, I can explain. But how if I have not made any result, because it's a teamwork, I cannot claim that I have only done something.
Then talk about achievement together as a team. Talk about your two key contributions, tag it to the team, and show them that you're a good team player. See, in 2 months of project, I'm sure there would have been one key result-driven work that you would have done. Could be an advice.
Okay.
Could be an advice, or could be an ideation that would have happened over a cup of tea, which they would have based it on your ideation and moved forward, or could be an advice to your manager, which has immensely made an impact on your team. And then that's how the project move on. See, not necessarily, guys, remember, technology contributions. Your contribution can be, or results can be, through your ideation, through your advices, through your suggestions, or through your presence also. You could be a person who can drive your team. You could be a person who's just a back support, standing there and coordinating between your departments. So think about it. See, I can't step into your shoes, but then if you sit through and think about it, I am sure on a day-to-day basis you would have had a lot of value. Until unless you are a very frustrated resource.
Okay, I'm a resource who fix defects every day. And beyond fixing defects, I don't do anything else in the team. If defects comes
Fixing
to me, the
defects.
defect is there, I fix it. That's it.
Okay, great. That's a good point for us to talk. Now, fixing defects, do you do it for your clients, or like is that like a product company? What exactly do you relate that to?
This is a service-based company, and I do it for the client only. A client raises a problem. They wanted kind of a different kind of design in the project. They raise a ticket, and I will have to fix the ticket. That's it.
Okay. Do you also take client reviews, ratings?
No, I'm not directly involved. I am a shadow resource.
Okay, so it doesn't come to you directly, it goes to the organization.
Yes.
Okay, so during your, do you talk to them verbally, or is it only chat basis?
To my colleagues, I talk verbally. Chat basis, I'm not directly connected to the clients.
So when you talk to your colleagues, what happens in your discussions other than just fixing it? Do they recognize you as a person who's go-to person? Do they recognize you as a person who can rely on your skill set? Do they describe you one person who's just a go-getter other than fixing it?
Yes, they do, but I'm kind of a very silent person. I don't talk to anybody. Everything is digital. When the ticket comes, I have been led to read the ticket and fix the ticket.
Okay.
I don't talk to anybody there.
Okay. So one suggestion that I have is, it is important in this industry to be slightly extrovert also. Being an introvert could play different assets within your profile, but then when you're talking about fixing defects and it is all digitalization and the feedback does not come to you, what I generally do as an HR when I'm hiring a person, when I do a professional reference checks, I do ask your colleagues as to what kind of a person you are. If they don't have an impression what kind of a person you are, could be a go-getter, could be a person who we can always rely on because of your knowledge, or you could be a person whose turnaround time is only within 24 hours and the customers are happy and the feedback comes to your management, then the chances of you standing in the market is very less.
Okay.
Have I made sense?
Yes, yes.
Okay. This is an industry. Remember, everybody, I understand everybody has got their own working style, but this industry demands us to be aware and be in presentism. Now, all these pointers that I've raised are the talking pointers of your storytelling as to how your whole team looks at you, how as an individual person that you made an impact.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'll put you back in your thinking process. Go back tonight, tomorrow, whenever you have time, list it down and come out of your silent zone. I'm not saying like 100%, 1% come out of it and try doing this exercise. When you go for another interview, I am sure you will have a great story to tell about you, your team, and your project. Great. Any other questions? Okay, I have, hi ma'am, could you please know how to start the interview other than introduction? Ranjit, can you elaborate more on this? Okay, Ranjit, are you on mute? I want you to elaborate more on this. You can unmute yourself.
Swapna Abdul here.
Abdul.
My question is, as a work experience in non-IT, like I'm working in MNC company, but in the banking sector.
Okay.
So in this case, I want to switch to IT industry.
Hmm.
Might be in either IJP internal job posting or outside also. And how to convince to the HR or manager. Having my, if I have projects which I have done in my institute, can I go with that project or and how to convince the
Okay.
manager?
Abdul, what is your overall experience?
9 years of experience in banking
And
sector.
after 9 years, you want to switch from non-IT to IT.
Yes.
Okay. In non-IT, what was your role? Give me like 2 lines of it.
Yeah, I have worked under different departments like personal loan, home loans, cards, mortgage process
So
like
then
that.
you must be good at revenue generation, customer interaction, customer service.
As a credit manager,
Okay, as a credit manager, what skill do you need? Do you need to have?
my job role is while lending the loans to the customer, we have to check the credit risk.
Okay. What else you do you? So I'm looking for a point which can relate to your IT. So you need to find a thin line which in turn from non-IT to IT that could relate other than technology. So remember, not everything is technology when you're making a switch. The industry is open to hire people from non-IT to IT, but you should be able to confidently lay down that foundation. So Abdul, you know what you need to do? Go back, think about all those 9 years or your latest work that you have done. Bring in a pointer that can relate to your IT industry. Now, you must have done, say, example, what course are you doing right now?
Power BI.
Power BI. Okay. Does at any point in time your non-IT correlate to Power BI? Not in technology terms, but then in your work terms. Put your minds around it. Think about it. As an HR, I would like to know a very strong foundation as to how you're switching, why you're switching, and how you can contribute to my organization. Just because IT industry offers you good compensation, offers you Saturday, Sunday, no. I'm looking at as a individual soul who's enthusiastic to move into IT industry. With that 9 years of experience, what can you bring additionally to the course that you have done?
Okay.
Am I making sense?
Yeah, got it.
Think about it, think hard. So I told you, right, job searching journey is slightly struggling, but then when you are prepared for it, nothing can hit you back. Think about a point that can relate your nine years of experience to switching on to IT. Simple stuff. I'll give you one tip here, Abdul. Now, there are organizations which are open to hire people from non-IT, provided they are doing some courses and they're okay to start as a scratch. You are comparatively 9 years senior to somebody who would have been in the industry for 2 years. They will look at you on a personality level, whether how open you are in terms of reporting to a person who's the most junior to you. One skill assessment that I will do with your behavioral pattern. And it is an important factor for me. Like if I'm getting you for a very basic salary, instead of getting some experienced people with the same kind of expertise, I would like to hire you, but I would also like to know whether you're okay leaving your ego outside and reporting to the junior who's like way junior to you. How will you be able to deal that crack with me? You understand, right?
Yeah.
It's just not technology. It is all about things that goes around your interview patterns. This is one factor a lot of people fail. They wouldn't ask you directly whether you're okay reporting to a junior, but then I will be able to assess you with your personality, the kind of a credentials that you hold in handling. Like if you were handling a team, now you come as an individual contributor. How is your work style? I can sit and talk to you, ask you questions which is around your work styles, and I can determine whether you will fit into or not. Now, on a search strategy, I've taken through all earlier, right? Go through it, but any questions I'm available and we all can talk about. So I'll put you back in a framework that you work for yourself and come up. Hope I've answered, Abdul.
Yes, thank you.
So, Ranjit, could you please let me know how to start interview other than introduction? Now, I want to know what you actually mean by that. Okay, so if I understand the question, instead of introduction, you want to start as a storytelling. Okay, introduction you can cut short with your what you call the personal achievements. Like say, I'll give you an example. There was one interesting candidate who I will never forget. He was from LGBT community. My organization back then, 10 years back, they were very skeptical to hire him. But I was determined because he was very good on his communication. The kind of a pleasantness that he brought over a call with me, I was extremely impressed. All that he did is he spoke about his experiences which were relating to his profile. He worked in GE customer service. I can't take his name, he's still with GE. He worked in GE customer service for a couple of years, then he moved into technical support. All that he started was his personal achievements. He never spoke about work. He said, you know what, I worked in this department and here is my quarterly recognition. That client has recognized me for my contribution. And he kept telling me great stories, and I loved hiring this person. And we have successfully brought in inclusion, diversity hiring in the organization with him. So if somebody says, tell me about yourself, remember, I said this many a times, they're not talking about what your siblings, where you come, all of that. They're asking you indirectly what skill set that you have, how you will contribute to my organization, and that can come as a storytelling. You don't need to introduce your family unless they're very inquisitive about them. I hope I've answered, Ranjit. Great. I'll move on next. Okay, so this is something that I've been wanting to bring it up before we move on to the next thing. As a coach, I'm also, I will share my profile with everybody here. I do a lot of coaching sessions for students focused on getting ready for their career, the next level of career. Now, it starts from interview readiness, how to focus on self development. I mean, some questions have come around that. People who are working, but they don't know how to manage working relationships. Now, so many times it happens that people tend to lose their emotions, they break down. There is a lot of frustration, agitation because of their personal well-being, or it could be something that is not going really well on their deliverables. Now, how to how effectively to communicate. A lot of people don't know it. To give an example, how to say no. Like I was dumped with work early on my career, just because I was very scared that I might lose the opportunity. I never said no, and I've just taken it up, and it really really turned out to be so agitative that I could not really handle my emotions, and I had to go and tell my director that I was not in a position to take the work anymore. So, as a career coach, as a coach who's intended to to bring in a lot of positivity, I conduct these courses on TopMed. I do it offline also. In case if somebody is interested, you all can get in touch with me. People who are coming from ITAS, there is substantially a lot of discount, which Adi is aware about it. He can tell you what is the discount, but then it's a great deal of discount that I give, because I'm also intended to touch and impact on others' lives also, not just being merely putting up some packages. We do it with really passion, and we make sure at the end of your one curriculum or 3 days curriculum or 5 days curriculum, you are actually ready. It's just not being only ready, we also focus on helping you to get some job opportunities, or putting you through those people or networks who can help you, or who can support you in preparing for interviews, who can support you to put you through those interview rounds, to show you what kind of opportunities that are available. We also support you to put through the co-founders team that I'm actively involved. They come up with a lot of job opportunities where we show them kind of a path where they can go and apply. But I will want to do it with a lot of intention and purpose, not just because you have done some course and I want to put you through my network for job opportunities. I want you all to be prepared, ready to attack, and how you can conduct yourself and how confident you are. So these are some packages that I've put it up. I put it up for a 3 day curriculum, 1 day curriculum. In case if somebody says, I just want to be part of interview readiness, there's 1 day curriculum, which is 90 minutes deep dive. And the webinar that I'm delivering, I'm touching only upon the points, but I will get into the most basics of how you can prepare yourself. I will leave my contact number. I will also leave my details. I would request, in case if you're looking for the opportunities with some sort of add-ons on your profile, go for it. Because you have spent a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of focus on preparing yourself. Another step, especially from the HR who could help you prepare yourself, I think it's going to be a great add-on value. So you can take a screenshot. I'm on TopMat. You all can go through a TopMat, or probably you can reach out to me one-on-one. As I said, if people are from ITAS who are connected with Adi's program, there is a great discount deal on this. Adi can tell you what the package will come as. Please reach out to him.
So, Swapna, one more thing we can do, this entire presentation, you can share it, okay? So, people, one more thing, we have a Telegram channel, okay? So, wherein we actually keep posting a lot of openings. The intention of that channel, what we had created is to give a lot of, openings for the people who are looking for jobs. And also we are trying to take the help of Swapna, so that we can give some inputs for people who are actually looking for job and they're not getting jobs. Okay. So this, we actually tried, one webinar I think last month. And again, we are trying to take more and more topics. So Swapna and I are actually speaking about more and more topics as well. So slowly we'll try to, have a lot of interactive sessions with you people. And since, she also wants to have a lot of, say, improvements in your profile and LinkedIn profile and things like that. So she is actually charging a very minimal for the ITA students. Okay. So there are some courses like data science courses, what actually we are taking, that is the live classes. So for that, we are giving a complete free HR services for people who have joined the data science courses. Okay. The intention is we want people who are actually, getting into these analytics, reportings, data science, these kind of courses, or say these kind of technologies, to get 100% job. So this is our intention. And let me be very frank, we don't actually tell like other institutes or other people, influencers or coaches or whoever. They tell you that within 2 days or five days or 10 days you can become a data scientist or data analyst. It is not possible. We are here to give a practical details and make you people understand what actually the industry is looking for practically. Okay. So we want everything to be like very legal and practical. It shouldn't be like just some backdoor entries or some fakes, or giving some fake promises about 100% job guarantees and all. People, I'll tell you, we can only help you, to improvise your skills or to understand how we can get the job. Okay. So I heartily tell you that no one can actually blindly promise you saying that 100% job guarantee unless and until you are actually skilled. Okay. To make it more genuine, so Sapna and I are actually working out hard for making you people understand what industry is looking for, right from the skill sets to the the presentations or anything which is required to get you a job. Okay. So we keep conducting a lot of other sessions as well, not just only these webinars. So we also want to conduct so many other say understanding about. So we just spoke about something on the uh, fake certificates, or say backdoor entries. So similarly, we'll also talk about only on the resumes or LinkedIn or something like that. So we actually have different topics we'll be keep discussing. And people who wants to take only HR services, this is only for the ITA students. So we have a very minimal charges what Swapna has promised us. So I'll talk about that because even I'm not sure so how much actually I should charge for my students, because I want to charge them very minimal and I want them to get jobs. So my intention is you people should get job 100%. Okay, that is our intention. So we are working out on that. So let's meet frequently. I will share my, let me just share the Telegram group wherein you guys can actually, in the chat box, I'm just trying to share. Okay. So here, people, this is our placement assistance channel. So you can join this. And also I will share a Telegram link wherein you get a lot of free webinars. If you're already there, it is fine. So this is our Telegram channel. Okay. So you can also, right, this is a Telegram channel where you can go and check. There are so many free videos, materials, and everything are available. So you can go through that as well. Okay. Right. So be in touch. If anybody wants any services like this with a very minimal cost. So what cost you can see on the screen, that is not the one what actually is, that is, the course
For
what,
others.
yeah, that is for the course what Sapna is actually taking. But for ITA students, we have a different charges, very minimal charges that we have still not decided, but you can contact me, whatever services you need, please let us know. But I cannot promise you saying that, you message and tell that, I want to service like 100% job guarantee, you get me a job, I'll pay you as much as you want. We don't do that. So we are really against that. Whatever is possible from our end to get you a job, that is legally and with your own skills, preparing your resume, LinkedIn and things like that, that will help. Okay. Please message me. in that particular group, or you can also contact Swapna directly. So she will also help you. Okay, so that she'll also have a word with me, and then we both will discuss, and then we can help you people. Okay, right. So thank you so much, Swapna, for your time, and thank you so much for all of you who are there in the webinar still. Now we'll just take 1 minute of yours. People, you can just give a frank feedback, and let's thank Swapna for taking her time and coming here and giving some time for all of us. So I want all of you, please give some feedback. Take 1 minute. Please give some feedback to Swapna about the entire session.
Yes.
All of you, please. Thank you, Raghu. Raghu says very effective.
Great.
Good. Informative. Yes, it was actually very informative. Even I learned a lot of things. Okay. Good, Lokesh. So you can also bring, so next time we'll have, frequent meetups like this. Okay. So we'll have a frequent meetups, and you can bring all your questions. So I'll tell you the topic. We'll take one topic. So now what we can do, we can take one topic. Let's say, for example, resume, how it should be, 8 years resume. So what all things are only about resume we can speak, so that these people will actually, they get a lot of ideas about that. Then we'll talk only about LinkedIn one day. So
Done.
let's have, some 15 days or weekly once meetup, so that we all can get together and we can see how far we can help these people get a job.
Okay, great, great. I will certainly do that.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Rajalakshmi, I got it. I thought it is Lokesh. Okay. Good, Rajalakshmi. Yeah. Sure. All right, people. Thank you so much for your, weekend, spending some time with us on weekend. And thank you, Sapna, for your time with us. So we all spent somewhere around 1.5 hours in this weekend. So I guess, for me, it was actually very useful, and also like very, it was a very good, informative session.
Great. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so
Right.
much.
So thank you all. So we'll keep in touch. So all of you, please,
Yeah.
please get into this Telegram channel, that is, placement assistance channel. So I'll be keep updating you people on the openings, as well as the topics what we actually cover with Swapna, or sometimes I alone can be there, or only Swapna will be there. Some of we'll try to have sessions on the HR related stuffs. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you, Swapna. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
all of
Thank
you.
you.
Have
Thanks,
a
sir.
great
Thank you,
Sunday
Swapna,
tomorrow. Enjoy your Sunday. Bye-bye.
Thank you
Bye.
so much.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye, people.